sure. I'm just going to go ahead. So, hi everybody. Welcome to Slow Jam Fizz. Got a National Heritage. What is the award you got?
National Heritage
National
Fellowship?
Heritage
Yeah,
Fellowship.
National Heritage Fellowship winner Eddie Bond and Bonnie Bond to keep him from playing too fast. And so that's all I have to say. So take it away, Bonnie.
All right. Well, thank y'all so much for having us.
Brendan, you should mute.
It's a real honor, and we appreciate it, and I hope everything will go smoothly for us. Bonnie's the IT expert, so if we're having any problems,
we're in trouble.
Tell her. I have no idea what to do. So, anyways, we thought we'd start with some G tunes. So I'll give everybody just a minute to get in G, in standard G, if you're not there already. So that's, yeah, G, D, A, E. That's where we're at right now. And I thought we'd start out with Sally Johnson, one of my favorite G tunes. So, yeah. All right. If you're ready, give me a thumbs up. You think we're good? Okay, we'll go ahead and start then. All right, and I'm gonna try my best. I used to playing this tune pretty fast, so it'll be a little hard for me to play it slow, but I'll do my best. everybody. Well, let's try one that's a little more of a laid back tune. Bonnie hadn't played this one for a long time, and she was a little upset that I was going to play it, I think, but it's a pretty simple tune for the rhythm section. I think it's just G and D, so she can't mess it up too bad. So, and we're going to dedicate this one to Brendan Doyle because apparently he brought this tune to the West Coast 40 years ago. Is that right, Brendan? He's telling his age.
Yep, 40. Yeah, I sure am. 44, maybe.
Oh
1979.
wow. Okay, so you went to visit Luther Davis, and that's where you got this tune, and
That's
that's
right.
where this tune comes from. I didn't know anybody else that played the tune, as far as I know,
Yeah.
except him. I
Right.
guess.
I never
So
heard it anywhere
this
else.
is Luther Davis's version of "Sail Away, Ladies," and it's kind of a nice, laid back tune, not a breakneck, kind of a tune. It's just a real nice, relaxing tune. I really like to play it, so we'll try a little bit of that. love that tune. I think it's a real good representation of what I call the old Galax style, which was kind of, you know, the Emmett Lundy and the Charlie Higgins and all the fellas that I learned from, even here in Fizz, they all sort of had a different sort of a lick on the bow, sort of, and it kind of lilty, I thought, you know, like, and kind of before the, I guess the breakdown speeds of square dancing took over, you know. I tell folks, you know, I have a recording somewhere here, and you may have it too, of Wade Ward, and he's talking about Emmett Lundy, and he was being interviewed, and they asked him, they said, did you ever spend time with Mr. Lundy? He said, oh, yes, we all spent time with Mr. Lundy. And they said, well, did you like his music? And they said, well, yes, that his music was very good, but it wasn't very good for dancing. So I think that's kind of what happened around here, and things have changed, you know, since Emmett Lundy's time, but I think it's great to play some of those tunes in that style every now and then, and we can find a place for them too, as well as the breakneck tunes. So speaking of breakneck tunes, how about a little? We'll try not to play at breakneck speed though, but how about a little flop-eared mule? That's one of my favorite old tunes. That one don't have a good stopping place on the B part, so you just got to jump off whenever you feel like it. Oh, anyways, well, I thought I might play one of my favorite waltzes. I think this has kind of become my favorite waltz, probably in recent years. And this was originally an Emmett Lundy tune, but the version that I play kind of came from Lonnie Austin, and he played a souped-up version of it. I think, and it's called the Evening Star Waltz. Yeah, that's a nice old waltz. Everybody always enjoys that one, it seems like. And got a lot of slip slidey notes. I didn't charge you no extra for that squeak the first time I slid up there. Y'all didn't hear that. So. That's easy to do on that E string, ain't it? This next tune I wanted to play for you is I learned this from one of the fellas that I learned to fiddle from here in well, actually, he was from Galax, but he was always coming to Fizz to the jam when I was growing up. His name was Heath Higgins, and he was Charlie Higgins' nephew. He was not the fiddler his uncle was, and he would be the first one to tell you that, but he was a pretty good old fiddler, and he really kind of helped get me started. But he used to play a version of Flatwoods, and I learned it from him. And then later I found out when I was listening to the recordings of Emmett Lundy, it's pretty close to the same version as what Emmett played, I think. And, you know, Emmett didn't cross tune for anything. He didn't believe in that. So I think it may be pretty close. But anyways, I learned it from Heath Higgins. And it's a real simple tune, but it is absolutely a great flatfoot tune. It's got the right beat, and flatfooters love it. So it's a really good tune for that. So we'll play a little, and it's great for the rhythm because it's just a 2-chord tune, so you can't miss it. So. Flatwoods. Woods there. Maybe a different version. I think Tommy played that out of some cross tune key, didn't he? I'm pretty sure, yeah. And I like that version too, but this one is also a good version. So, well, how about another Galax tune? Little Piney Woods Gal. We'll try a little bit of that. Oh, Dennis, Dennis Hall is a guitar player and the band leader in the Bog Trotters, and he knew Luther Davis quite well, and Luther, was an auctioneer back in the day, and Dennis tells a story. He said one time he was at an auction that Luther was having, and he was having a hard time selling a tractor. And he tried to sell the thing, and he wasn't having no luck. Nobody would bid on it or nothing. And he said, "All right, boys," said, "I'm going to get my fiddle, and we're going to play the Piney Woods Gals, and then by God, I'm going to sell this tractor." He said, and so he played them a tune, and I guess he got them in the mood, and then he finally sold the tractor after that. So, little Piney Woods Gal here. Yeah, another one of them good old Galax tunes. And I love the bowing on those tunes. They kind of sound like simple tunes till you go to playing them, and that bow work can throw you for a loop sometimes when you first get started on them. But they're fun to play, I think. And anyways, let's see here. What else is good? How about Roscoe? Everybody knows, y'all probably already know Roscoe, I guess, but anyways, I don't know if it's true or not. You know how this fake lore stuff is, but I was told that the name of this tune came from Roscoe Russell, who was a dulcimer maker, but he also was a great guitar player, and he played guitar a lot with Kyle Creed. And they said that they was all playing together, and that Russell knew this tune, and he taught it to the rest of the boys, and they didn't nobody know the name of it, so they just decided to call it Roscoe. So I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I was told. So we'll try a little bit of Roscoe. Yeah, that's one of my favorite old G tunes. I think let's see what time we're getting to be here. All right, we're doing all right. We got lots of time. So,
well, it's 6, right?
yeah, 6 out there. That's right. We're ahead of time. Let's play a little bit of Leather Britches. Leather Britches is a tune that's kind of evolved for me over the years, and I've got bits and pieces from hearing you on. You might hear a little Clark Kessinger lick once in a while. I first learned the tune actually from Heath Higgins, and the way I play it, the first part of it now is I first learned it this way, and then I relearned it kind of the way everybody else played it. And then I kind of went back to the way he played it because it's a little different, I think, than, most folks when they play Leather Britches, they'll go. roll them three fingers. Well, that ain't the way I learned how to play this tune. I learned to play it like this. Rocking the bow instead of rolling my fingers. And so, I don't know. I like it both ways, but I kind of went back to that, and it was Aaron Marshall's fault because she said I should have stuck with the first way. She liked it better. So,
Really?
yeah. Anyhow, it's a good version, and plus, like I said, you might hear a little Clark Kessinger in there too on occasion. So we'll play a little Leather Britches. Here we go. Always fun to play little Leather Britches, yeah. Let's see. I thought about another waltz, but I'm not sure you know this waltz.
You go right ahead without me.
This is not one I've heard very often, but it's a pretty waltz, and I'll just go over it a couple of times. We won't waste a whole lot of time on it. I know banjo players just love waltzes, don't you? This is called the Isom Waltz, I-S-O-M. And Isom is a family name here in Virginia and North Carolina. And I have no idea where the thing come from, but I learned it from Kirk Sutphin. It's a good waltz, so. So anyway, there's you another waltz you can add to your repertory, and you can't never have too many good waltzes, can you? Did I say that wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
That's one of my favorite waltzes.
Oh yeah, well,
I've heard
great.
it from Alan Jabbour first, but I'm not sure where he got it.
Oh yeah, maybe it come from Henry Reed. I don't know.
It might be, yeah.
Might have, yeah. Why don't we go to A and finish up a few tunes in A? Bonnie will have to get her capo on. You know, she's got the only bass capo in the world, I think.
I don't think it's the only one in the world. It
One
may
of
be the
a
only
few.
stainless steel one in the world.
The only chrome plated one.
Chrome.
Well, my tuner's not wanting to cooperate. Alright, I thought G to A would be a easy transition, at least for the banjo player. So I went to cross A on the fiddle just in case you wanted to know that. Alright, I hope everybody's there. I'd like to try a tune. This is a tune that I've heard lots of different versions of across the country, and some of them, I don't think many of them sound like this. This is a tune I learned. It was my favorite tune that Otis Burris played when I was growing up, and of course Otis was one of those fiddlers that a lot of people considered to be bluegrass, but really he grew up in the, being an old time fiddle player, and he was just in that generation that sort of invented bluegrass, kind of like, Clark Kessinger. He was on the cusp, of being bluegrass or old time. And anyways, I always loved to hear Otis fiddle this tune. It was called the Gray Eagle. So I always got tickled at him though, because he was usually drunk and he almost always screwed up the high part. So now I'll screw the high part up just because I said that. So it's all right though. Little Gray Eagle. Was it a little fast? I apologize. We're getting warmed up now. That's what it is.
You need to step where they can see your hand.
Do I need to go this way?
I don't know, but
Huh?
just need to make sure they can see your
Oh,
hand.
well, you make sure they can see my hands. Can y'all see my hands?
Yep. Sure
Okay,
can.
good. That's good. I was thinking about one time when I was on a clogging team when I was about 13 or 14 years old, and we went down to Mount Airy to clog down there at the Andy Griffith Playhouse in Mount Airy, North Carolina. And Otis was the band that was playing for us to dance, and that was the tune that he played that night. I'll never forget it, but the most memorable thing that night was that my partner was wearing Lee press-on nails, and they were painted purple. I'll never forget, because when we were dancing and when we went to do a move and I come around and I hit her hand just right, and them Lee press-on nails exploded all over the stage, and Otis Burris just about lost it. He saw that happen, so. Oh, goodness. Well, how about an Albert Hash tune? Let's do a little Hangman's. What about it?
I love it.
I'll try to slow it down a little. somewhere in there will be in your second A list. Poor Liza Jane. Do you have that?
Honey?
Huh? Am I about to stab you? You look for it there. I wanted to try one here if we can find it for Bonnie. I think she's got it here. Because she don't play this one very often. If you've ever played it, I'm not sure. There. Can you play that?
Yeah.
This is one that, let's see, where did I learn this from? I learned this from a fiddler from Independence, Virginia, named Ken Powers. Ken used to play with the Grayson Highlands band when I was growing up. So it's a version of Poor Liza Jane. I don't know if do y'all play that? Do you? Okay. Well, maybe it'll be sort of the same thing then. Maybe we can all play it together. So I love this tune. looks like we might have time for maybe one more tune. Is that about right? You
Well, you
think?
can go as long as
Oh.
officially soon. Let me just cut in and say that next month, February 10th, because we'll be back on our second Friday schedule. Next month, we've got West Coast's own Dave Mount and Martha Thompson. And if you haven't heard them, you're in for a real treat. I'm super excited that they're going to do it. So, but yeah, carry on as long as you like, you guys. It's wonderful.
All right. Well, we've enjoyed it. I guess we'll probably wrap it up here with let's do one that everybody knows. How about that? John Brown's Dream. We'll have a barn burner here at the end. Not too much of a one though, but it's been fun, and I hope y'all have enjoyed it. Thank y'all for coming and being with us tonight, and thank Maxine and Brendan for setting this up. They did a great job of getting everything straightened out. So, yeah, we've enjoyed it. So we'll finish her up here with a little John Brown's Dream. John Brown's dream, John Brown's dream, the devil is dead. Come on, let's say, come on, let's say, come on, Lucy with your hog and your bread. Soon be time cooking it again. Well then, all right. Well, thank y'all so much. It's been
Thanks
fun.
again, Eddie and Bonnie.
Such a treat to hear you and see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, thanks a lot. Hope we can see y'all smiling faces in Virginia one of these
I
days.
hope so.
Hoping that'll happen maybe this summer.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
great.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, take care, you guys. Thanks again.
Thanks a
Thanks
lot.
everybody for
Bye.
coming. Great to see you all.
Bye.
Bye bye.